Hey, everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we got huge news. The Biden administration is capitulating to crypto. Here's the headline: Biden campaign ramps up crypto industry outreach in surprising tone shift. So let me give you the TLDR. President Joe Biden's re-election campaign has begun reaching out to the crypto industry players over the past 2 weeks for guidance on crypto community and policy, sources told The Block. Sources told The Block they noticed a significant shift in tone from the Biden administration and campaign toward crypto, with a new willingness to understand digital assets and their communities. The new outreach efforts come shortly after the Biden administration faced backlash for signaling it would veto an alleged anti-crypto bill. So what's happening here, folks? Well, a few things. One, the SEC continues to lose ground. I mean, just look at this week. The debt box case was thrown out this week. The SEC was ordered to pay fines. Obviously, they got caught lying to the courts and they got sanctioned. Second, you have the Democrats turning their backs on Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler, seeing that this is a technology and an asset class. Why are we making it political? Elizabeth Warren is the one who started all this by creating the anti-crypto army slogan and running a campaign based on that. And the Democrats were like, no, we're not dying on this hill. And they voted to repeal SOB 121 in the House and Senate. And they joined the Republicans to pass the FIT crypto regulation bill in the House. So if your own party is turning against you on this issue, you're going to capitulate. You're going to have to give up here. In addition, Donald Trump, we saw, put his stake in the ground saying, I'm the pro-crypto candidate. I support your right to self-custody. I'm going to free Ross Ulbricht if I become president again. And all these things are making Biden and his administration look stupid, right? So this is why we're seeing this change in tone and this shift coming in. So notice we haven't heard anything from Elizabeth Warren or Gary Gensler recently because they've taken some massive losses. They've pretty much packed their bags and started to run away. Now, they're not fully gone yet, so we still have to fight, but it's good that the Biden administration is now engaging with the industry and trying to learn because elections are coming up. Funny how elections and campaign donations are influencing things here, right, folks? And the crypto industry is building a war chest of capital. And here's another example. Yesterday, we talked about Ripple donating $25 million to Fairshake. Well, A16Z, Chris Dixon specifically highlighted the following. He says, coming off a big week in DC and a series of election wins for pro-crypto candidates, we're excited to announce an additional $25 million in new contributions to Fairshake and related entities, bringing our total to $47 million. So we're seeing the industry putting a lot of money into these elections and supporting pro-crypto candidates. So this is not good for the Democrats, not good for Biden. So you're seeing multiple companies do this: A16Z, Ripple, Coinbase, and many others. So another reason that the Biden administration is capitulating here. And in addition, there's been a ramp up of Republicans and even some Democrats, but mostly Republicans, coming out and calling out Biden. So here, Senator Lummis and her colleagues sent a letter to Biden saying, we urge you not to veto the bipartisan SOB 121 rule, which, once again, that's the dumb rule from the SEC and from scumbag regulator Gary Gensler. So there's a public optics narrative play here, right? Where they're coming out saying, hey, what are you doing, Biden? Why are you blocking this? Why are you threatening to veto this rule, which is doesn't allow banks to participate with crypto and much more? So things are not going well for Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler and Biden. Now, Ryan Selkis of Messari tweeted out the following today, which I thought was really great. He said, if Joe Biden, and he tags him, is smart, he'll appoint Hester Peirce as the SEC chair and demote Gary Gensler. Democrats still hold 3-2, but Hester would set the agenda for the rest of her term. So talking about there's only 2 Republican commissioners and 3 Democrats, Gary, and there's some other, and the other 2. So you see how the SEC has become political. It shouldn't be this way. and we got to fix it. That's why Congressman Warren Davidson, he put together that restructuring the SEC Act, and I think that needs to be put into place to make it less political, because we've talked about it ad nauseum. Gary Gensler's a puppet on strings being controlled by Elizabeth Warren. Now, speaking of Hester Peirce, she put out a great idea today. She's been very proactive over the years in suggesting ideas on how to regulate the market and much more. So Hester Peirce, SEC Commissioner, has announced a proposal for a joint US/UK digital security sandbox, a special safe harbor where companies in both jurisdictions can safely experiment using blockchain technology for trading securities without fear of regulatory admonishment. Her letter proposes inviting the US to play in the sandbox, which was first proposed by the Bank of England and the FSA for UK companies. Peirce says a cross-border sandbox would be even more transformative than a solely domestic one. So this is very smart. And we know that the United States is the only country that is trying to treat these things as securities, right? And that's because of Gary Gensler. But in the UK, in the EU, in Japan, Singapore, they see them as virtual currencies. So in my recent interview with Mark Fagel, former SEC regional director, I brought up this issue, and even he was like, yeah, this is complicated, and we're going to have to figure this out, because yes, the United States would treat it as securities if they could under the SEC's current administration, but what happens to the token that's distributed globally? So it's a virtual currency in the UK and it's a security here in the United States. And that could open up scenarios where people send their money overseas for staking or investing and so forth, because they have roadblocks here in the United States. It just creates a mess. So we got to figure this out. And I love Hester Peirce's recommendation here. Now, some other big news coming out from the SEC, and that is the SEC told Ethereum spot ETF issuers to get their first round draft S-1 forms in by Friday, speaking about tomorrow. So the pressure is on politically, as we've been talking about. So the SEC is trying to get this through. And we saw that, once again, the partial approval coming in last week, and the S-1 is the phase 2 of this process. And then the Ethereum ETFs can go live and trade on the public platforms. So things are moving, and they're moving fast, surprisingly. Here's what Nate Garachi, president of the ETF store, and I'll actually be interviewing him next week, had to say. He said, SEC apparently asking prospective spot ETH ETF issuers for updated S-1s by Friday. They would still be additional amendments following this, but SEC clearly engaging fairly quickly here. And Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse was at Consensus, and he spoke today saying that he sees XRP, Solana, Cardano ETFs in the near future. He said it's not a matter of if, but just when. And pretty much says they're inevitable. They're coming. And I've been saying this for a long time, guys. I told you all it starts with Bitcoin, and then it'll go to altcoins, right? You know, I've been on record saying that for ETFs and much more. Bitcoin is usually where many companies start with, then they expand to Ethereum and other altcoins. And if you're in the top 10 in the market cap, such as Solana, XRP, Cardano, and so forth, there's a high probability you're going to get a lot of these financial products and much more. Now, the only thing that I'm concerned about with XRP is that if the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is not fully wrapped up, the XRP may be roadblocked, because the SEC is the ones who have to give the approval, right? So they could easily say, hey, we are in litigation with Ripple over XRP to token, so we can't approve anything right now. So that will be my only hesitation. But once that's resolved, there will be an XRP ETF. Now, a quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold, which makes crypto investing easy. You can buy Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano, Solana, and a whole bunch of other altcoins on Uphold. They have 260 plus cryptocurrencies on their platform. They also have precious metals such as gold, silver, palladium, and platinum that you can trade. I've been using Uphold since 2018, so I can vouch for this platform. I've interviewed the CEO and many representatives. Uphold is a trusted platform. They have transparency reports, audit reports. They are fully reserved. You can go take a look at their transparency reports and much more. They don't commingle. They don't lend out your funds. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now, folks, we got news here that Terraform Do Kwon to reach fraud settlement with the SEC. Terraform Labs and CEO Do Kwon are finalizing a settlement with the SEC. Both parties are expected to submit the final terms for court approval by mid-June. Now, this is great. We're seeing a resolution to a lot of the problems that took place in 2022. FTX, right? The whole bankruptcy process is going through where people are getting their money back. Yesterday, we got confirmation that Gemini Earn users were getting their money back because of what took place with Genesis Trading and Digital Currency Group. And now you got Terraforms. Looks like this is going to be wrapped up. So all the bad actors and all these things have to be cleaned up, obviously. But if the SEC was doing its job, they would have put a stop to a lot of these things, like FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried was literally meeting with Gary Gensler in the SEC. He was in DC and they didn't do their due diligence here. And we know what happened after that. In addition, you got Celsius Network with Alex Mashinsky, right? That's one that has to be fully resolved as well. So we're seeing a cleanup of all these legacy problems, which is good. It clears the path that we can keep moving forward and this market can grow, and Wall Street's here, obviously. So they're trying to take over as much as possible. So let's see, Gary Gensler might do a victory lap with this, but obviously a lot of blame goes to him and the SEC for not doing their jobs here. Now, we got news that Bitcoin staking project Babylon raises $70 million led by Paradigm. So there continues to be a lot of development around Bitcoin as it relates to the Lightning Network, staking, layer twos. Obviously, they have their own versions of NFTs called ordinals. So Babylon offers Bitcoin as a staking asset, allowing proof of stake chains to acquire funding from the deep reserves stored in Bitcoin. The latest funding round follows an $18 million raise in December. So the aim of the project is to enhance the utility of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin otherwise sitting idle in users' wallets through providing them with yield. So this sounds interesting. Obviously, the devil's in the details. We need to see the details. We need to make sure this is secure and legit, but they're getting a lot of capital from some big players. And if this is legit and they're able to do really well with this, so if you're hodling Bitcoin for a long time, you don't want to touch it, but you can earn staking off of it, that it's incredible if you can earn passive income, right, folks? So let's wait for all the details and for the launch and to make sure everything goes well, right? We want to do our due diligence here. We don't want to just jump into projects. We want to make sure they're legit, they have all the guardrails in place and much more. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, apparently Bitcoin is going to be on Solana. So Solana's been actually getting a lot of adoption lately, a lot of news happening. So apparently the folks at 21.co, which is the world's leader in providing access to crypto through simple and easy to use products, they said 21 BTC on Solana gives you Bitcoin that's native to Solana, no lock and mint technology, 100% backed by Bitcoin, institutional grade security, deep liquidity, operational excellence. So 21 BTC is a native Solana token. 21 BTC gives easy native access to Bitcoin on Solana, similar to how Circle's USDC integrates with many chains, no bridges. So they go through a lot of different details, but this is interesting. Once again, I want to do my due diligence here. I want to do my homework. I'm not endorsing this. I'm just letting you guys know what's happening. So always do your research because we need to verify, validate, don't trust, verify, right, guys? So be sure to do your homework. Now, Aptos, I don't hold this token in my portfolio, but they seem to be getting a lot of adoption lately. So Aptos integrates Chainlink CCIP and data feeds to boost decentralized app development. Boy, Chainlink is getting a lot of adoption. I hold Chainlink in my portfolio. I'm very bullish on this project. Many other blockchains are using Chainlink's tech. So this is huge, huge news. Aptos will be the first blockchain that uses the move code language to integrate Chainlink services, according to an announcement at Consensus 2024 in Austin. So big news for Aptos and also big news for Chainlink. Now, guys, I got to tell you about this. I'm not endorsing this, but I want to let you know there's a lot of celebrities launching meme coins now. I'm going to call out some names here. I'm not endorsing anybody, but I'm letting you guys know. And these are signs and things we've seen in previous bull markets. So Iggy Azalea launched a token called Mother on Solana. And then you got like basketball player Paul Millsap tweeting at her, let me know more about Solana. You got, I think, Soulja Boy and a whole bunch of other people, Caitlyn Jenner as well, launch a token on Solana, then move to Ethereum. all kinds of craziness happening here. I don't know if you guys know about it, but shout out to Crypto Banther, who shared an updated list of celebrity meme tokens or coins and showing a whole bunch of them have been rug pull, which includes, names like Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather. Some of them are dead. So be careful. Don't go throw your money into these celebrity meme coins. You could easily be rugged because many times what happens, you have someone else who's creating these things, who's promoting it and so forth, and they pay the celebrities and say, hey, I'll give you X amount of money, just tweet about it, say a couple of things, and that gets people hyped because these people have millions of followers, right? They're well known, obviously. And then people go put their money in, and then maybe a month from now or 2 months, 3 months, rugged, gone, right? And then the celebrities stop tweeting about it, and then did you make any money? No, you got rugged. So be careful out there, guys. I'm trying to share some knowledge here. I've been around the block. I've been here for multiple bull market cycles. Be careful. Do your homework. And I've often stated meme coins are the riskiest segment of the crypto market. I'm not saying you can't make money with them, but it's super risky. And if you have new coins that are popping up here and there overnight, there is a strong likelihood that you can get rug pull. Now, there are some legacy meme coins which I do trust, which, let's say if I was to put my money into it, would be like Dogecoin, Shiba, Pepe, and so forth, right? Which have a developer community, which have a large community, and they have some staying power. They've been around for a while, so you can validate a few things. You can see what's happening. So just be careful and don't just throw your money at meme coins because a celebrity launched one, right? So just watch out, guys. All right, guys, that's the news. Don't forget you can submit your questions in the crypto mailbag form, link in the description, where I'll be doing a weekly episode to answer your questions about either crypto market. You can send questions about tokens, what am I doing for cash out, whatever it may be. Send in your questions. You can also leave questions in the comment section on YouTube. Also, folks, grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto, on Amazon. Buying a copy would support the podcast, and also grab a couple copies for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. It covers the Bitcoin ETF race. It covers FTX and why that wasn't crypto. Talks about the future with tokenization, NFTs, and much more. So it gives folks crypto's past, present, and future. Links will be in the description. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll talk to you guys later.